thing I want to point out. Whenever we do projects like these, there are environmental concerns. And we have taken great care to preserve our environmental assets. I know there was a concern that a bird sanctuary might have been impacted by the alignment. I had a long conversation with Minister Matthew Sabuda and with Minister Davis, and they have assured me that there is no impact to the bird sanctuary. And I have reinforced that point with the Managing Director of NROC, Mr. Steve Edwards, who is here, and I'm expecting that our contractors, China Harbour, will ensure that our environmental assets are respected. Now I know that when we do the pre-feasibility, we fly over the drones, we do the ground truthing, but you may very well be using your bulldozers and your excavators, and you could very well come up on a Taylor burial ground or some other artifact. Keep an eye out. They are valuable to us. Preserve them. The other issue is the removal of the tree cover. And significant tree cover will be removed for the alignment. The Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, through the Forestry Department, we have signed an MOU with China Harbour, and we're going to be replanting more trees than we remove for the road. Now, I'll be the first to tell you that it's easy to say it than to do it, but I will be personally watching it to make sure that we actually meet the target of replanting the trees. I've also said to them, when we scarify the landscape, as we have seen on the north-south highway, and we leave the exposed limestone surface, when it rains, that gets into the drains, it creates all kinds of problems. So we have to figure out ways to regrow shrubbery. It's very difficult in that terrain, but I'm sure a little bit of science and research can identify which plants would do well in that soil type or in those areas. We can use the science locally to solve these, what I call, really minor problems, if we put the effort into it. And lastly, as I close, we have learned some lessons from the other projects, major projects that we have undertaken. We undertook major projects in Kingston, Constant Spring, Barbican, Eastwood Park Road, and then we undertook the massive South Coast Road Improvement Project. And the lesson learned is that the level of dislocation and discomfort that the residents feel, in many instances, it could be avoided in two ways. One, if contractors planned properly, and two, if contractors came to the job with a respect for the rights of the road users and the citizens. So I have said to the NROC people that any works that you're going to do, ensure that the forward planning is done to include provisions for dislocation. Early warning, those screens, truck to water the road. And I'm saying to China Harbour, our contractors, respect our Jamaican people. I understand that I will have to be saying pardon our progress. But it shouldn't be that things that we can avoid, we didn't avoid. Go the extra mile to make the people who are going to face the greatest discomfort for this progress, so that they can feel that their sacrifice is respected. So it is about better planning and starting with a posture of respect.
Okay.